To space we go! Hello everybody, it is Yield here, and welcome back to some more Scrap Mechanic, and today we are landing on the moon? This is quite the peculiar situation, ain't it? Oh god, we're crash landing, whatever. So guys, today we are actually going to be looking at a bunch of spaceships using the moon mod and the spacesuit mod. They are, but one is made by Durf and one is made by MJM, and you can check them both out. I'll have them down in the description. But my goodness, this thing is crazy. Just look at the world around us. It's so magical. And actually, if we go ahead and zoom in on ourselves, you're gonna see the fantastic spacesuit we got on us. Oh my goodness, we just look top notch. But actually, let's go ahead now. Let's hop out. Oh, okay, we could just pop out the side of it. But my goodness, just look around us. We have made it to space. We got Earth over there, which doesn't really make too much sense because we weren't really on Earth to begin with. We were kind of on some sort of extraterrestrial farming planet, so maybe, just maybe, we could make it to Earth one day. But here we go, we got the moon, which is so cool. You got all these little rocks. It's a complete remake of the terrain because it's not only like it's just turned gray. They've got all these stones, all of the land monuments are taken away, so it's really like it's the moon, so it's super cool. But yeah, we can go ahead now and we can check out our spaceship here because that's what we're doing today. We're checking out the spaceships because we've got one spaceship here that just looks super cool. It's just a generic, you know, NASA space shuttle, which has some cool features. So let's go back and let's hop back in here and go ahead and hop in the front seat because there's quite a few things this thing can do. You saw it kind of land because it wasn't that good of a landing because I'm not the best at piloting spaceships. I'm sorry. It's just not my strong suit. But it can actually do a few other things than crash land. First off, we can, you know, close and open our doors here. It's pretty cool. And then you can do that for the other side. Then you can also open up these giant doors, which are super cool. I don't really never really understand what this is for. I guess it's kind of to help with space satellite missions of sorts. I don't know. It's something along those lines. So those can close as well. But we can also go ahead and bring these back legs open and down. Those are kind of in order to help us with our landings. But that's really everything. We can kind of try and take off again here too if we want, which is probably not going to go very well. But here we go. We can get off into the sky. Here we are. We're in the sky. And then we can kind of, you know, turn upwards so we can get ready to, you know, head back into space and head back to Earth possibly. And look, we're off. Woohoo! Next up, we have got the Joker ship. My god, I'm in love with how this thing looks, guys. I cannot even explain to you how into this thing I am. Just look at the use of the new blocks. It looks so cool. I absolutely love these new blocks. The timer and the whatever this thing is called. I cannot remember the flippin' name of that block ever. It's the logic gate. But I just love how it's not even needed to really do what it's meant for. They're meant to be timer blocks and, you know, logic blocks to do really cool contraptions. And they ended up just getting used as lights. And I love it so much because the color is so cool. This is honestly my favorite ship in creation up to date. Just because of the color. It's so purple. Yeah, we've got a bit of green here because it's the Joker ship. Supposed to be a Joker-styled spaceship. But just look at all the color. It's purple everywhere. I love it. So we can go ahead and we can open up by pressing that button. And then we can go ahead and we can hop in. Which, then we can get a nice view of that mask. It's so cool. I actually had a little bit of trouble getting the space mask to work because it was made for the man character, the male body or whatever, the character in the game. So I had to mess around with the files in order to get it to work, but I finally did, and I'm super happy with it. Just look at that mask. But God, I keep sidetracking. My goodness, I'm the worst. So if we actually do go ahead and somehow close this thing, which I think, no, not that key, we press 6, then up closing that door, which, Oh my god, this thing looks so sick. I love it so much. We can actually back up now and we can start flying. All we gotta do is press W and we're in the sky. And then it's kind of an easy fly, I believe. We can kind of just, turn and do simple stuff like this. But if we want to go forward, we press, oh god, not that. We gotta press 5 and then we're kind of off. And we can just go forward whenever we like. It's pretty nice. And then you can sort of turn your ship as you will while you're in the sky. Just try not to be me and just... Oh, that was really bad. Yeah, just don't be me. That's all I'm asking. Okay, so we're back in the sky. Or at least, what would you call it? This isn't the sky. We're on the moon. So we're just back in orbit, I guess. But yeah, this ship is pretty cool. It takes some practice to get right, as any real creation really does, because you gotta figure it out, because every vehicle has a different amount of thrusters, it has a different amount of where the buttons are placed, so it takes some time, but once you figure it out, it's so much fun. Just this vehicle, it's so awesome. We're just floating around the moon now. Oh god, how do I always manage to do that, guys? How do I always make that happen? I was really liking that ship too. Nice knowing you, man. It's good knowing you. Shoot. So next up, we've got the Harley Quinn spaceship here. Now, you may be noticing a pattern with the last Joker ship, and now we've got a Harley Quinn spaceship. Now, I imagine that's probably heavily influenced by the fact that the Suicide Squad movie just came out, but that doesn't really matter too much because it's still a super cool spaceship that just looks rad as all heck. Not to mention, look at it, we're matching. We matched the spaceship. It's so awesome. Honestly, it's the perfect match. This is pretty cool, in all honesty. Let's go ahead and actually hop into this thing here. We got in now, and boy, man, we look so perfect with this thing. We just match so well. But okay, all we gotta do is pretty much the same thing from the last spaceship. You kind of pilot the exact same way, using arrow keys to turn and go up, and then there's also a button that sort of sends you forward and upward a bit, and then you can use a few of the buttons that you push just to, help level yourself out. But my god, this thing flies fast. I feel like I'm on a land speeder from Star Wars or something. My god, that was way too fast. I could not control that speed. That was a little bit overboard, I must say. Honestly, I think the proper way to fly this thing is you just gotta take it easy. You can't move it too much. You gotta use it slowly, and once you get the hang of that, you can turn on your forward switch, and maybe you only do that for a tiny bit, and then you take it off again, and you kind of just go with the speed it gave you before you shut it off. But my god, I'm really just noticing that forward motion is just like extremely fast. I don't really know how you're supposed to be able to leave that on for more than like a couple seconds without assured crash, because we're just going way too fast to have any luck without crashing. Like, come on. That is way too fast. No spaceship should be able to fly that fast. Okay, maybe it should. Planets are pretty far away. Maybe it does need to fly that fast, but still, it's a bit fast to control. Now, I've noticed that the moon is actually surprisingly brown on the edges, which is quite an odd thing, but I imagine that's just, technical limitations from the mods part. But, you know what, maybe they'll fix it one day. For now, the moon is still looking flippin' awesome, but we got one more creation to look at, and I think it'll blow you guys away. And here it is, guys, the final spaceship of the day. Oh my god. I am too pumped for this thing. This looks crazy cool. Just look at it. Oh my god. You may be noticing that we still have the mods installed from last week, which were one of Durf's mods, MGM's mod, and Drago's mod. So all of those are still installed, so those may be partly why this thing looks so crazy with all these angles here. But my god, does it look crazy cool? It's even got these legs here, and oh my goodness. Look at that. Just the two suspension. I don't even know how to describe this thing. It just looks so cool. The way it has two things. It's kind of like a hydraulic of sorts. And then the bent area. I don't know, but it looks so cool. I love this thing. This looks crazy. But if we stop for a moment to, stop freaking out, if we could just, hold out on the freak out for a bit, we could actually go ahead and get on in this thing. We can press this button, we'll open up that doorway, and oh my god, it just looks so cool. I love it. Now, honestly, I don't want to be making any presumptions, but this creation here was made by someone who's like, I could not pronounce their name. It's just in complete Russian. The whole entire post is all, I don't know if it's Russian. It's some extremely wacky language that I could not read for the life of me. But maybe that's why it's so flippin' cool. I don't know how, but some people they can pull off some crazy creations. But okay, let's go ahead now and let's hop into this thing if we can. Maybe I shouldn't have put the legs out. That probably would have been a better idea, because now I feel like I'm kind of stuck. How am I supposed to get in this thing? There's gotta be a way. Come on. Okay, I guess we're just gonna have to put a lift down. Let's put the lift down. There we go. Now we can go ahead and hop on in here. And oh my god. This looks crazy. I can't believe how cool this thing looked. This is the coolest thing ever. But okay, let's go ahead and get that, lift a little bit out of the way. We can close our little door there. My god, the way that thing opens and closes looks so cool. But okay, it's closed. Now it is time for us to take off on this thing. Oh my goodness. I don't really know how to do it that well. I did a little bit of testing earlier, and basically this thing has just, oh god, no. Stop. Oh god, we're gonna die. So what makes this thing so cool is it actually has really good stability once you figure out how to fly this thing, because basically once you activate those thrusters from below, it's just hovering, just slightly hovering, so little that you have enough ground left to just shut off something like this. So those are off, and now we can kind of like try and get off the ground if we can give it a bit of forward thrust. Oh god, this is not how you do it. Wait, yeah, there it is, and we're off. We're in the sky, and it's great. Oh, this thing is so cool. I love it so much. I don't know, man. It has that cool grazing off of the ground. The way it just takes off. I really portrayed it horribly. Maybe I could give another attempt in a minute to see if I could take this thing off better. But for now, I'm pumped to be in the sky. This thing is so cool. Just look at it. My goodness. It's off to Earth we go. Okay, now it's time for us to actually try and attempt to actually land this thing. So we're getting kind of close to the ground. We want to put out our landing gear. My god, that landing gear looks so cool. But let's try and level out this ship so we're at a good shape, or like level with the ground. There we go. It's looking pretty good. Gonna be honest, this could be a good landing. And then we kind of gotta, tap our landing or our up thrust just slightly as we try and land. Come on. Oh, come on, just land right. Yes, we've landed. Oh my god. We have been successful. My goodness, let's, open this up and hop on out. Man, this entire ship, all of these ships have been so cool. My god, just look at these things. They're crazy. So guys, that is actually going to be where we are going to call it for today. My god, did you just see that takeoff? That was insane. Oh, that looked so cool. But yeah, guys, that is going to be where we're going to call it. Oh my god, these creations have been so cool. I'm going to have a link to all of them and all of the mods used today in the description. My god, the description is just going to be loaded with information if you want to try out some of this stuff, because my god, this whole experience was so cool. Actually trying out all these different spaceships, crazy cool looking spaceships at that, on the moon. I couldn't, it's just too cool, guys. It was just too cool. But if you want to try it out for yourself, all that information will be down there. But if you did enjoy, guys, make sure to let me know by leaving a comment and a like down below so I can know what you thought about today's episode. But for now, I hope you all have a fantastic day, and I will see you all in the next one. Bye! Okay, we might be stuck on the moon for a bit longer than I thought.